This is the DJI Mini 2, and this was probably regarded as one of DJI's most successful drones, right behind the Mini. But today I want to talk about why the Mini SE is probably the most important release for DJI this year. Let's get started. What's good, everybody? Ken here. Today we're talking about the Mini SE. And you're probably saying, well, we don't even know if it's out yet. We don't know anything really much about this drone. Well, it's really apparent from the leaks and the packaging that this thing is going to be official very, very soon. And from what we do know, we know that it's going to be basically a stripped down version of the Mini 2. So why the hell would this be the most important release for DJI? Well, I'm gonna break it down for you. But as I'm breaking this down, I want you to hang in there and really listen to what I'm gonna say before you freak out, because nobody tends to watch the video all the way through to truly understand why this is an important release. So first things first, DJI has released a series of drones recently that have been more affordable. Now I'm saying more affordable because $600, $700, and even $500 to some people is just not that affordable for something like this that you're probably not going to use all the time. Now, the reason why this is the most important release is because this type of drone is what we consider a loss leader. It's a drone meant to draw people in and get them involved into the ecosystem. So I'm going to compare this to something like more along the speeds of like automotive. My background is in automotive, and we used to sell tires. And tires have a super high cost, and you sell them for a very, very low price, and you're essentially losing money. But you knew that if you sold somebody tires, that once you owned their wheel well, they were going to bring their vehicle back in for all their other services. So with that being said, DJI is banking on the fact that if they sell the Mini SE for, let's say, $249, $299, that it's going to be enough to entice people to come back to their ecosystem once they become comfortable with this drone. They know at $299 and $249, they can sell a ton of these things, and they don't have to worry about the distributor. Because if they use retailers like Walmart, Target, and even Amazon, they don't have to worry about where or how this drone is going to be divvied out. They don't have to sell it direct. And if you've been sleeping under a rock, you may have noticed that DJI has also sort of postponed the affiliate program for the time being. And the timing of the affiliate program postponal and the leaks of the SE sort of makes sense. Why would they want to pay us any sort of commission on something that they're already potentially just barely breaking even on? If we look at the packaging of the SE from all the leaks, it's very stripped down, and I would bet that you probably don't get a lot of the perks that came with the Mini, just simply because they're trying to shave costs wherever they can. What we know about this drone so far is that it's 2.7K, it has OcuSync, and it should be right on par with the Mini 1 with just a little bit better range. Now, that could be a stretch. Again, nothing's permanent until the drone is actually released. But if they did just enough to shave costs and cut their nose to spite their face as far as cost goes, this could be the most affordable DJI product that we've ever seen. And it's going to bring in a plethora of new flyers that were probably previously turned off by the higher price tags of other DJI components. Again, this is not going to be a drone that the pilots that are already flying today would likely be interested in, or maybe you are interested in it. Maybe you're somebody who just wants to have a throwaway drone, and this could be perfect. This could fill the void for you. But if you're somebody who is already flying today, the SE is probably not going to be for you. And while I think that this is a cash grab, I think that DJI is looking at this as a way to capture further market share that they could otherwise lose to Xiaomi or even Hubsan, or even, gosh, the Bugs, the MJX Bugs on those budget fronts. For me, I would never even consider any of those, because I always watch more videos of people fixing those things than they are actually flying. So for a DJI product, you just know it's going to work. Hate to stroke their ego, but the product's just going to work, and it is going to draw a shit ton of new people at that price point. Even more so than what we saw with the Tello. The Tello to me was never really fully DJI. Even though it was, it just didn't have the same allure as the Mini SE. But anyways, I would love to know what you think about this. I'm not excited for it, but I'm excited about what it can potentially do for the industry. Anytime you make something cheaper and you get new eyes on a hobby, it gets better. It's sort of it's a double negative. It gets better, but it also can get worse because it's going to introduce a lot of unknowledgeable people. But either way, I'd love to know what you think. Drop a comment down below. I'll be hanging out there for a little bit. And as always, stay original. If you think of the SE like this, it's like DJI is your crack dealer and they're just like, hey man, hey, just a little taste. It's just a little taste. You don't have to snort it. You just got to fly it. Just take it. And then the consumer's like, I don't want it, man. I don't want it. I'm not about that. And DJI sliding over. Come on, man. It's a lot of fun. You're going to get really high. And the guy's like, all right, fine. I'll fly it. And then that's how you get people addicted to drones. I need help.